the former UFC middleweight champion of the world, turning back the clock, wiping out Tito Ortiz. Anderson, it was like I was watching you in 2008, 2009 with how you turned back the clock. How good did that win feel tonight over Tito Ortiz?
Wow, I'm so happy. I think my team working hard. I'm working hard, and I just try to enjoy every single moment I come inside the cage, inside the ring, and it's say thank you God for one more time for giving me opportunity to come in here and show you my job.
In such a vicious sport where you literally risk your life every single time you step inside this ring, how do you maintain your poise, your composure, and you're just so relaxed because you move so fluid and almost effortlessly?
Wow, I think the training is tough, and when I train with my partners, uh, I feel ready for everything inside the ring, and my coach trained me a lot. Coach Doria helped me to continue doing my job, and Coach Nico too, and my partners, Eliezer, little Nico, my son Gabriel helped me a lot, my son Khalil too, and I'm so happy, because when I train in the gym and I feel how much the guys beating me and knock me and say, whoa, I don't know. I don't go continue to that. I'm too old for that. And when my coach come and talk to me in the bedroom and say, hey, come on, wake up. It's your partners. Prepare you for, stay ready for war. And I'm here.
Also, on the undercard, you had one of your students, a guy who looks up to you. You guys share the same last name, but you guys aren't related. Eliezer Silva got his professional debut. He was successful. He had a unanimous decision victory. Did you watch his fight? And did that give you any extra motivation to come out and really put on a show? Because a guy who you literally brought to this country, a man who dreamed of training with you, has now gotten a professional victory and made his pro debut successfully under your card.
Wow. I'm so happy, And I talk to him and say, man, let me tell you something. You don't win this fight, I promise. I go put it on the ground and go beat you. Because you knock my whole time in the gym. You can't fail in a fight, But yeah, Eliezer is a good guy, is a very good kid, my little brother, and I have I custom I say your whole time for my friends. I don't have a friends in a gym. I have a family, and Eliezer part my family.
Did you feel like Tito couldn't handle your power? I mean, obviously the fight ended quickly, but initially in the first exchange or two, did you think like he couldn't handle your power?
Wow, Chito is a great fighter, and I prepare my body and my mind for war. And sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, and I'm win this time, and I'm so happy.
So what's next for the Spider? Who do you want?
I don't know. I go home and stay with my family and continue learn more Wing Chun and training boxing.
So Vitor wants Jake Paul. So I'm going to go ahead and I want to go ahead and bring up a name that Vitor was supposed to fight against because I know that you want Jake Paul next. But what about potentially if Vitor, if you don't fight Jake Paul or whatever the case may be, what about Anderson Silva and Oscar De La Hoya? Does that fight interest you?
Wow, I think the fight interesting is Vitor because Vitor is in the front of me, and I think De La Hoya need to fight with Vitor, and Jack Paul and your brother have a chance for fight with me and Vitor. It's a good fight.
What do you want to tell the fight fans out there who continue to support you throughout the years? And obviously now you look fantastic in boxing. Social media is raving about your performance tonight in the boxing ring, claiming that you might have the best transition or one of the best transitions from MMA to boxing.
Wow, I trained boxing for my entire life. I remember the first time I'm in Brazil. I go to try out the soccer in a Corinthians team, and I come late. and I watching the guys running in the field, and I say, what is happening there? And I walk in, and the guys start training boxing, and with Vitor Ribeiro. He's a great coach. He's a great man. He's passed away, and asked me, "You training boxing?" I say, "No, I come to try out the soccer play," and say, "Okay, but what happened? I'm late. Okay, when I hear your gloves and your shoes, come training." And I start training boxing, and I'm very lucky because when Minotauro uh, take care of me and introduced me to Coach Doria and the whole team in Bahia, the champion. And I'm never stopped training boxing, and I love, and it's funny and incredible for me because I love boxing, and
Well,
I
you're damn
watch,
good at it, I'll tell you that.
yeah, and I just watching the Evander Holyfield, Mike Tyson, Roy Jones Jr., and I say, whoa, one day maybe I go fight the same level these guys. And I'm here today, and I continue working hard for prove my respect for boxing community.
Well, Anderson, congratulations on the victory. An impressive performance, a knockout win over Tito Ortiz. Now in the main event tonight, my goodness, I'm glad I don't have to stand across the ring from him because he's a dangerous human being. The phenom, Vitor Belfort. Vitor, congratulations on the win. How would you classify this entire experience fighting here on 9/11 in front of the 45th president of the United States doing commentary, Donald J. Trump, a packed house, electricity in this building, a worldwide pay-per-view audience watching on Triller Fight Club pay-per-view. What was this like for you tonight as you defeated Evander Holyfield in the first round?
Legendary. That's what it is. It's a legendary moment. And like I said, we're going through a very tough season now in the world. A lot of people are losing their loving ones, and I know everyone becomes so political. Everyone becomes so divided. And 9/11 is a time that so many people were affected in this country. I remember 20 years ago when we saw the first plane. It's like it was the end of the world. And and to see today we're so divided and people are fighting over things. People don't have patience anymore. So I think it was such a great environment today here. Great fights, great competition. And I think we all have to learn from boxing. What boxing have to teach you. Sometimes you have to duck, you have to escape, you have to move, you have to use your jab, you have to go for the knockout. But at the end of the day, it's a sport. So I think we all should be more caring for each other and uniting this country, the great country that is America. That's why we're here. We're immigrant. Now I'm an American. So I'm very proud to be able to have that opportunity and having the Mr. President and his son coming here, entertaining us all, dividing his time with all of us in a great moment, fighting in the car with great fighters. I'm very blessed now.
How would you classify the experience of sharing the ring? Because all of you know when you share the ring with an opponent, there is a bond that you share. There is something that you both exchange with one another. What was the experience like sharing the ring with the Hall of Famer, the former cruiserweight and heavyweight champion of the world, Evander Holyfield?
You never judge how many victories you have. You're judged by the guys you fought, the fights that you fought. When you say, I went to Vietnam War, you gotta respect that warrior. So it doesn't matter which side he was. So a warrior respect another warrior. Doesn't matter. It's like martial arts teaches something different than boxing. Boxing is a sport, a art as well, but martial art teaches you only are judged by the people you're competing against. Sometimes we have a beautiful record, but you didn't compete with the greatest. So for me to be able to compete with Holyfield and watching him I remember I was fighting. I was the youngest champion fighting two times, two guys at the same night. Holyfield was fighting for $30 million against Mike Tyson, and he used to fight. You have to win $50,000 if you beat two guys. No weight division, was no organization back in the day. So it's a privilege. Boxing is being my martial arts, my top martial arts that I love it the most. Be able to transition and be able to come here and fighting one of the greatest heavyweight of all time. So was a was a phenomenal opportunity for me.
So after the fight was over, you go and Ryan Kavanaugh gets in the ring, and he said he has a $25 million winner take
30.
all. 30. Well, no, it was
30.
$25 million initially.
They
Then
went to
Bobby
30.
raised it.
Don't get
I
me.
get you did. You
He
raised it.
raised five. He raised five for Jake Paul, and they say Canelo is 40 million.
So hold on, wait a minute. Let me get this correct. So it's $30 million for Jake Paul,
Jake Paul.
and then $40 million for Canelo.
Yes. How they can say no to that?
So winner take all.
Take all.
So all are in. Exactly. So
Yeah.
that's who you want next. You want either Jake Paul for $30 million, or you want Canelo for $40 million.
Or if Oscar he wants to, he wants to do it, he can be there too.
But I know you. So either one of those three names. But if you had a list,
Jake Paul.
Jake Paul number one,
He deserves it.
and why is that?
Because he deserves it. He's choosing his opponent. He's working with a guy he used to work with, Lorenzo, our ex owner. He's picking his fight. Now he cannot say no to me. He gotta say yes. We gotta teach him a lesson.
Do you think that with your performance tonight, that you've painted him into a
If
corner?
he say no, all his little fans, they're gonna come. I'm gonna create a YouTube channel, and they're gonna have to follow me.
You said they're going to follow you?
Yeah, they have to come follow me. I'm gonna create a YouTube channel, and I have 3 amazing athletes in my house. We're gonna entertain all his fans because he doesn't have morals. He doesn't have a family values. I think he doesn't represent the fighters.
Do you think that he disrespects the sport of boxing, or that he respects the sport of boxing?
No, he's just getting the attention. Someone has to give him a whip. That's me.
So you are coming from the mindset that you are the teacher and you want to
I'm
teach
his
the
father.
student. You're
I'm
his
gonna
father.
put him on my lap.
Wow. So you say you're going to
He gonna meet Daddy, Big Daddy. He's gonna meet Big Daddy.
He's going to call you Big Daddy?
He has to.
That's what
You
you're going to
watch.
do to him?
You watch. I promise you. Say Big Daddy. That's how he's gonna call me. Yeah, he's gonna make a tattoo. Yeah,
Okay,
that's
so
good.
he's going to make a tattoo.
Big Daddy.
So now we're even furthering the storyline that you want him, if you beat him, if you guys fight. You want him,
When? No,
when.
you use the right word.
I said when.
Yeah, no,
I
you
mean,
say if.
Okay, well, I'm not the one in the negotiation, so I have to talk hypotheticals. Okay, when you guys fight, you want to
When
go
I
ahead and
beat
add
him,
that.
he's gonna call me Big Daddy. That's all.
So Jake
And
Paul
he's
is who
gonna
you
have
want
to.
next.
He's gonna have to understand that it has levels. In life, it has level: first class, second class, third class. That's how tennis works.
So I assume you saw his last fight then against Tyron Woodley. Did you
No,
see
I didn't
anything
see
that
it.
you didn't see it?
I didn't see it.
Okay,
I
so
don't buy this pay-per-view.
Okay, well, I didn't either. I watched, the highlights. So nonetheless,
I don't waste my money.
it doesn't matter. So you
I
want him
invest
next.
my money. I watch fighters, real
Okay,
fighters.
if you can't get Jake Paul next, Oscar De La Hoya, we wish him all the best on a speedy recovery. Would that fight interest you? We were supposed to be in
Yeah.
Los Angeles today,
Yeah.
but obviously
He's the
Triller Fight
happiest
Club-
man on the planet now, my friend.
You think Oscar's the happiest man on the planet?
Right today,
Yeah,
he's the happiest man on the planet.
really?
Oh,
Because he
yeah.
didn't fight you.
You saw what's happened.
I mean,
what's
I
coming for
did.
him.
I'm just trying to get what your
Yeah,
thoughts were.
it's true.
So you want, if you can't get Jake next, you're okay with fighting
Canelo,
Oscar.
40 million. I want 40 million.
You want Canelo next.
Yeah, 40 million. So it's on the table. How you say no to 40 million? Imagine.
I mean, I wouldn't say no to
Just
4
think
million,
4-0.
much less 40 million.
Oh
Damn.
my God, I'm
know,
down.
But I want to get my ass kicked by you. So, anyways, what do you want to tell the fight fans out there that watch tonight? And obviously, you have this desire to continue your boxing career. But what do you want to tell the fight fans out there that watch tonight?
I want to thank the fight fans, but my dream is to mix, really a little bit of big
Worked with these guys throughout the entire promotion, and they're all quality individuals. They're all great representations for combat sports, and we are very lucky that we were able to watch them display their world-class talent here tonight in Hollywood, Florida. On behalf of the entire Triller Fight Club team led by our boss, Ryan Cavanaugh, thank you so much for joining us here tonight, and we will see you on Tuesday
I'd
as
like
we
to
continue.
finish
You have
with
one
this.
more?
Ryan Cavanaugh. You know, he's going to be one of the greatest promoters who will be able to put fights that never been done before. And we need to thank Mr. President Trump coming here and supporting us. And that was fantastic.
And most importantly, Vitor, we want to thank the fans, because without your support, these guys, we would not have this opportunity. So thank you all very much. Thank you to the media who works very hard being away from their families. Thank you for your amazing coverage all week long. We thank you so much. We will see you on Tuesdays. We have boxing back here in Hollywood, Florida with Triller Fight Club. And then we go to the Versus battle. And then October 4th, Teofimo Lopez, George Kambosos, a Monday night pay-per-view. Who doesn't love that? Thank you very much for watching Triller Fight Club Legends 2.